Hello, everyone! I'm back! And so's Brandy, bless her soul, putting up with my migraines and weird hormonal crap. Hi, Brandy, how are you?
Sounds like I'm doing a little bit better than you.
Yay! Yeah, just,
but only marginally.
Physically, mentally, different areas. But we already had Corey popping in the chat saying, hi, all, back at 4:56. So look at you, you overachiever. Oh, hopefully everyone who's watching is having a good day. Thanks for coming back. Part 2. And really, we can just kind of pick up where we left off. You already won the description championship with one episode left. I think it's like, unless you 25 times or nothing, I think you're probably gonna win. So yeah. But man, okay, so Ember Island Players. The last thing I remember before going, oh no, my brain short circuiting like that was, weren't we talking about this screen grab?
Yeah. I think we were just like talking about how Aang wanted to sit by Katara and Zuko was not getting it.
Nope. Also, what are those fingers, man?
Oh, like he has Barbie hand. That's what he has.
Yes, he does. Oh gosh. Beautiful, beautiful Zuko. That's where we were. Now we're back on the train of thought. They kissed in this episode and I completely forgot about it. Train. Did you remember that as a part of this episode? Because I feel like it gets glossed over a lot.
Yeah, I think that's like something that I remember pretty well. I feel like the majority of their kisses, except for the last one that they have, feel like shoehorned in. Like
a little bit.
Like the writers are just like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be like a romantic side here.
Okay, now we're done. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. This one, I just completely forgot about it, and I can see why. It was just a very awkward thing.
Yeah.
Just like me. One other thing with the screen grab, I totally forgot they did Countdown to the Comet as their, like, the marathon that they had before the final episode. That, like, triggered a repressed memory or something.
I don't remember that at all. Yeah, well.
Oh, see that? And, were you a Danny Phantom fan?
Yeah, but I don't think to the degree you are.
Well, I've gone back and rewatched it, and I went, what did I see in the show?
I tried rewatching it.
Oh,
like,
so bad.
Semi-recently, and I don't think I made it past, like, the 4th episode, and I was like, why did I love this show?
Exactly. I think it was purely hormonally driven. Again, because I like Danny. He was hot, and no one can tell me otherwise. Judge me, internet. Go for it. I already judged myself. But yeah, they did Phantom Planet as the last episode. Which I vaguely remember watching, but the hype for that was just microscopic compared to the hype for the comet. So that just, I was like, oh yeah, that's right.
As
a kid,
several shows from my childhood that I was like, oh man, I love this show, and every single time that I rewatched it, I was just always like, huh, odd. But Avatar is not one of those shows.
No. Yeah, this show holds up through our aging process. Miss Spider Sunny Patch Friends.
That is some nightmare fuel.
The
white spider.
The white his spider. Name is. I was
literally. You want to talk about fear?
Holy crap! Like
what? Wow! It just gets worse. It just gets worse.
I'm gonna click the stop sharing button now because our viewers don't deserve that. Oh, mercy. Please not this one again. I'm hoping that's a reference to Miss
Have we
Honey
talked
Badger.
about this before?
Have we?
I feel did we talk about him when, like,
Oh, we might have. Because they look
which
like they could
just
be bosom buddies
which
like that.
yeah, they're kindred spirits for sure. Um, if Heibai looks the way that Heibai looks in the live action, what's Ko gonna look like?
Oh, oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, that could be horrifying.
Oh, no.
I wonder Ko the Face Stealer live action question?
Do you think they
Okay,
cut him?
no,
No,
gosh, someone made a
he's
cosplay of it.
no, 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 no. Listen, if they made a cosplay and didn't use, like, Zoopal plates as the face, I don't wanna see it.
The Panda Zoopal would have been perfect. Nope, we get this.
Oh.
If I see that at a Comic-Con, I'm burning the place to the ground.
Nope. It's pretty
Oh.
good.
Oh, I mean, it's good. I hate it, but it's good. And apparently, according to Rapunzel, it's come up once or 3 times.
Wow, nice to know that we, you
It's
know.
called shared trauma, everyone. It had a banger theme song, I will give it that.
I don't remember the theme song at all.
Oh, it's like, "Spiders are spinning away in the trees."
Oh,
It's like,
okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
it's not the
Alright.
Backyardigans, but it's still pretty good. High production
No.
value.
Ye
You know what else has a high production value, Brandy?
Mm.
This man's work.
Listen, he is the MVP of this episode.
Yes, he better be getting all the roses backstage.
I was watching this episode with someone who, doesn't watch, like, a lot of Avatar or whatever, like, it was just, and we started watching it, and he was like, "This guy!"
Yeah, this one, he's the
He
real
was like,
one.
We need a whole episode just dedicated to this guy."
You know he's been working at that theater since Azulon was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
he's got it down.
I think even he himself knows that this play just isn't it. That is a man defeated.
What part of that look does it gives you that impression, Brandy? On occasion, if the camera cuts to me a little too early from commercial break, that is the look you'll get from me in the morning. Just yes, but I do enjoy how they keep cutting away to him throughout the episode. Like, there's some theater kids who were on this writing staff, and they were like, "You know what? We're gonna give the tech crew some love."
Shared trauma.
Shared trauma, exactly. It has creative outlets. We'll give it that. And you can't say this show isn't creative. I just the more I look at the screen grabs, the more I think this genuinely could be a high school production if they really wanted to make it. Like, if someone could get the rights to make the Ember Island
Like
Players,
they make the Ember Island. Oh,
that would be I'd go to see that play.
yeah.
The suspension rigs and stuff, probably
Listen,
not OSHA certified.
they
The school board
they'll
will
they'll have to make some adjustments in the special effects.
just a little bit.
But I want this to happen now.
Yes! Like, you get a nice, like, high school, one of the country schools that has, like, a struggling program. They're like, "You know what? This is gonna be our last gas to get this program funded," and by gosh, the entire state shows up.
It'll just take one TikTok. The
Oh, that's
entire Avatar fandom shows up.
oh my gosh, yes. Like, have you seen Cusco, the musical that's on TikTok?
I think I've seen, like, parts of it, yeah.
Yeah, like, someone posted that. There's like, oh, what is it? The organization that Perry the Platypus is in, they did a musical of that. Um, I just there's
Shield.
so
Is it?
many
No, they're not
amazing
called Shield.
independent
What is it called?
is it like Auka? Oka? Mocha?
I don't know. We're gonna
Osha?
look this up because this is gonna
Yeah.
bother me.
It's just the way that those are put together so well online. I have no doubt that someone could do the Ember Island Players easily.
Yeah.
Ooh, another one, Death Note the musical. That one has a really good song, which is actually Good Omens connected.
Oh, it's
Maybe great.
organization without a cool acronym. The
Oh,
yeah, it's just OWCA. OWCA.
OWCA. Yep, there's a musical about it.
Nice.
What if they missed out on making this a musical episode. Like,
I think it
this
would have been
screen
too
grab in
much.
particular.
Like, if it was a musical, it would have been an hour long.
Yeah, we're gonna do a special episode right
Yeah.
before Sosa's comment. We need some extra screen time and some extra money. Why?
Yeah.
Musical.
Musical. The fans demand it.
Yeah. Well, the fans either demand it or this would have been their reaction. Like, you're making a musical number and the what? We get so many good screen grabs from this. And meanwhile, whatever Sock is eating, I want. That looks like a beautiful bao bun, and I'm hungry. So now I'm just gonna be hungry for the rest of the stream. Sad.
Oh.
Now, what did you think about Avatar State? Yep.
Yep.
Because I used to run around the house saying that. I'd pretend. I'd just be like, Avatar State, yep.
Yeah, I say this occasionally, and I don't remember the context, but I will. I think it's when I'm trying to like get myself to do something. And in my head, I'll just be like, all right, Avatar State, yep, let's go.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm not the only one because I genuinely I think that so often. Even to this day. Oh, let me see. What else did I had a plan last week and they were all in order. And that shot to heck.
It wasn't even last week. It was like a day ago.
It was a day ago. Oh, freaking goodness. The humor. That was it. Wait, what's that? I think it's your honor.
I like how the person that's playing Azula in the play can't really act.
Yeah.
Like,
what?
They're just screaming the lines.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
There's being loud, and then there's being emotive. You're being loud.
But it's just also just like, they're coming to kill you. Just like, okay.
And then the ultimate one where it's just Zuko being enveloped in flames. And he's just like, honor! Oh, if I was in the audience, like if we went to go and see this IRL, I'd be cracking so many jokes.
Yep.
Oh, so it is a high school production.
It really does feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
It makes
also,
me wonder.
Lisa Sparrow's in the chat. Hi.
Hello. It makes me wonder what the other play, like Love of the Two Dragons or whatever, Zuko was talking about. I want to know what that one was, and I want to know what their production was like.
I need to know the quality, if it's like the same, and how people react. Because if you're a theater troupe, to be able to stay in business this long, you have to have some good shows, right?
It's either that or they literally have no competition. Like nobody.
Everyone else is at war.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it got Sokka's emotions going. So
you never told me you made out with the moon spirit. Shh.
She's so chill with it too. Like,
yeah, she's so chill, and like she was just upset that he. Yeah. That's the only reason. She's like, fine, whatever. And
do you think that they brought this up in the tent later that night?
Yeah,
like they're getting ready for one of their secret meetings, and she just watches. She's like, So tell me
So the
about the
moon
moon.
spirit.
It's like, she can hear you. It's still a full moon out there. Like, so the way the way Sokka, I think, treats Yue and her being the moon in his life and stuff is the same way I treat Sophia's spirit. Which, for
Aw.
context, anyone who doesn't know, we rescued this kitten, Sophia, and she passed away unexpectedly, and it was very tragic. But she like haunts us now in the most adorable way. Like, Doppler and Radar and Tim and Lolo, they'll just start playing with thin air. And like we'll just be like, oh, Sophia's stopping by. I'll hear meows. John's apartment, things will fall down. Like, she just screws with us in the most playful way.
Oh
Like,
my
hi
goodness.
guys, I'm just checking in. Okay, back to cause problems with the pearly bay gates. Whee! Like, that was just who she was. And so I'm like, I'm constantly looking like, Sophia, what? And so if something happens to Sokka, I bet he's just like, you what?
You
Huh? Wait, they're connected to the spirit world more than us, so.
I could just see Sokka and Suki getting in an argument and Suki just being like, well, how about you just go ask your other girlfriend, the moon, and just stomping off or something like that.
Too soon, Suki!
Yeah.
Oh, I need like the life and times of Sokka. I
Yeah.
need to know what his domestic life is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, I mean, also is not like confirmed nor denied that he and Suki ever got together, right?
Correct. I do think
That bugs me.
Yeah. How do you think I feel?
Yeah. True.
I do
Oh,
think that
goodness.
in an interview, the creators were like, yeah, like Sokka and Suki like get together and move to like the suburbs or something. And you're just like, oh, okay, well,
Cool.
would have liked to know a little bit more.
Little boomerang babies running all around. Oh, let's see. Rapunzel says, I posted the link to the Good Omens Got Talent under the tweet for the stream if there's any Good Omens fans in the audience. Hi. Let me just scoot on over to Twitter real quick. And yes, it is still Twitter. Ooh. Oh, it's a submission deadline for Good Omens Got Talent. Oh my gosh, Brandy.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. I need
What?
to call Jillian. It's a talent contest and show.
What?
The option to enter in a non-competitive talent show. This event is for all Good Omens fans, all ages, all skill levels welcome. Singing, dancing, cosplay, drawing, miming, or anything you can imagine. What? Oh, see, they left a danger store open saying anything. Because you're gonna get some really spicy stuff. Not from me personally, but I have some friends. Spicy friends, sriracha friends.
Sriracha friends.
So we'll see. Frizzle says there's also some debate about Sokka and Toph's relationship.
Yeah.
True.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to unpack with that because they left very vague.
And we'll never know. We'll never know.
1 week. Sad. Oh, I just thought. Sorry, detour. I just thought of my submission I could do for this. I could put. No, I'd probably catch myself on fire with that wig. I have my fire baton. And
no, I know. I know.
whole-
I'm just thinking of like, you know, some audience who just don't have the context for what you just said. And no, I'll probably catch my wig on fire if I do that. And I just wanted you to leave it there. No explanation. Just
do the fire wig.
do the fire
Yes. Hype woman, let's go. Yeah, no, I need this non-wig very much. Although I have considered getting a wig for on-air purposes. Just it'd be cheaper. But then I fear I'd end up looking like this. I'd probably be judged severely. I do like one of my favorite lines in this entire thing is that kid who runs past Zuko is like, "Oh, nice outfit, although your scar's on the wrong side," or something like that. It's not on the wrong side.
Yeah, I also just like that, you know, he's just getting berated by a little kid. Like
Like, that kid has no idea he just told that to the Fire Lord or future Fire Lord. It's like,
yeah,
bro. Oh, hey, Rapunzel has a good idea. Have Brandy on standby with a fire blanket.
I
I mean, we're
got
going
you.
to C2E2. If
Yeah.
if there wasn't a deadline, we could totally do that. Which apparently, like with Avatar being back after COVID and stuff, there's like a big cosplay presence possibly coming up at C2E2. There's been murmurs that there will be meetups and stuff, official meetups, and we met up with an Aang last year who was dedicated and shaved her head.
Mhm.
She was awesome. She gave me an axolotl sticker, so I hope
Yeah.
she's doing well. That was a fun group to be with. Um, Gosh, yeah. Okay, I guess my brain is still scrambled from the migraine because I am losing the train of thought left, right, and center
That's
here.
okay. If there's an episode to do it, it's this one.
Yeah, it's true. Because I mean, there's most everything is covered very well from like their story. I don't know how the playwright theoretically managed to get all of this. He must have been like hot on their trails following Zuko or something. But the ending, the interpretation of the ending, oh, first off, creepy. Blech. But just the way that they kill off Zuko and Aang, like the playwright had to have heard about Zuko's treason and been like, crap, 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 crap. Write him out, write him out. He only left a few weeks ago, right? According to the canon of the story, right?
Um, yeah. Yeah, like a few weeks because they have like the intermission after Zuko's like, "Wait, let me join you," and they're like, "Yeah, okay." And then Sokka like stands up and is like, "All right, well, I guess that's it." Or I guess it's not even an intermission. Like he's like getting ready to like just walk
Right.
out, and they're just like, "No, like it's still going on," and it just like almost immediately cuts.
Right.
So
Oh, yep. That is a cruel, cruel twist. Poor Aang. Zuko
I
can
know.
cope. He's been coping all his life. Aang,
Yeah.
on the other hand, uh, Rapunzel says the playwright got a lot of info from a surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage. Such a good inclusion in the script.
And singing nomads and pirates.
Yes. Like, I hope that they so flawlessly put these Easter eggs in the live action as they did for the Ember Island Players.
I think let's just skip through the first season and we'll see
Yeah.
if we get any more after that.
I just had a great idea, Brandy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they theoretically it doesn't bomb. They get a season 2 and then they get a season 3 and they get to the Ember Island Players.
Uh-huh.
You get the voice cast from the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on the same
People are already like, "Listen, this is just make this happen."
Yes. Well, oh my gosh, it would have been so perfect if there wasn't the writer's strike or the actor strike at San Diego Comic-Con. They could have done that as like a shtick for introducing like
Mm.
in news and oh, the PR person in me is like, oh, you could have done so much with it. You still can, Netflix. You still can. Oh, that's the even if the show isn't good, I'll still be rooting for extra seasons just so we can see how they handle that.
Yeah, I think I'm rooting for an extra season because, like, we've already seen the first season in live action,
Mm,
and so I'm just
true.
like, "Toph."
Yes, exactly. We've never had our live action
Yes,
Toph.
we've never had Tylee. We've never had May.
Oh
It's
my
just like
gosh, yes.
so
Oh, I need that in my life. Oh man. Okay, so honestly, this episode tells its own story very well, and I don't think there's anything really to discuss. Am I
What do
missing
you
anything?
what do you think about, like, everybody being so upset about their characters and then Toph just being like, "That's just who you are," and then the moment
Mhm.
that I sound like a big buff guy.
Yes. I think Toph is so used to people judging her for her blindness that
Mhm.
she's just like, it's about time you guys got judged for your eccentricities or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And so I think she's just used to it and finds the comedy in life. Like I've been trying to do that more with like fewer comments and things where I just read it. I'm like, it's actually funny. Oh gosh, who was the one? The one lady who said I needed to get a Mexican seamstress. That one I just had to sit and laugh for a second. She's like,
Yeah.
"They will make you look so good." I was like, "Do you have a number I could call?" 'Cause I'm in the Greek and Scottish circles. I need to expand my LinkedIn profile apparently.
What do you
But
think
yeah,
about,
what do you think?
oh, I love it.
Oh,
I
sorry.
love it. And
Yeah.
and I really love that Toph just isn't really bothered. Like, she's
Mhm,
just like, I think that comes back to, like, her really understanding who she is
mhm.
and
Oh,
just being
definitely.
comfortable with it.
She's so grounded.
But I was gonna
But
ask you, what do you think about, like, them getting the way that she sees Ron and using echolocation and then her just screaming at them and be like, "Ah, got a good look at you."
I like to think the dude who was writing this, he went around and he was like interviewing people and they're like, yeah, they had this earthbending girl with him, but she was blind, but she could still see, and she was just really loud. And so he's like, okay, I know how she sees.
I know she sees. I never thought of that. That's amazing.
It's a reasonable assumption.
It is. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people are just like, "Yeah, like, she's blind, but she doesn't act blind." But she also yells a
Exactly.
lot. And so he's just like, "This must be how she sees."
We got it. Also, Rapunzel's comment: if they don't get Dwayne the Rock Johnson to play Toph in this episode, we will burn Netflix down.
I see a lot of people saying that they want The Rock to play the Boulder.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
What if he plays both?
He plays
He
both.
has range.
I was gonna say, he has the range. You're right, he has the
You're
range.
covering up half his face. No one will even recognize him. Oh my gosh. I need that in my life. Okay, here's hoping it's good enough for season 3. Uh Oh gosh, what flipping the question around to you. What did you think about it? Being with the echolocation?
I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of this episode.
It's such a simple, like, change that's just so perfect.
I don't usually like, I'll be like, "Wow, that was funny," and that's about all that I do. Like, I don't have a lot of outward reactions, but when
Mhm.
I was watching this, I always laugh at it. Like, it gets me to chuckle. Just like, "Ah, I love that bit." Like, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. The boulder retires from the bending arena and moves to the theater.
And and art imitates life.
It really does! Yeah! Just to say that's perfect. The role is written for him.
Yeah, like, it's perfect.
Oh, awesome. Well, I think is that everything?
Oh, I do wanna say, like, we always joke about and I think they even joke about it in the next episode where Toph is like, "Oh, I need a my adventure therapy adventure with Zuko," basically.
Yes.
And in this
What else
episode
do I
yeah, 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 and in this episode, Toph kinda, like, reverses it and kinda,
Mhm.
like, is there for him and is like, they just have, like, this real
Mhm.
heart-to-heart moment, and it's just like, wow. Still so
It
great, like,
is
they don't have, like, the added trauma of, being chased by Zuko and stuff like that, so
exactly. They managed to have a nice one-on-one conversation without life or death stakes
mhm,
and still keep it interesting.
yeah,
I I going back and actually thinking about it, they did a very good job with that because it was a static scene. They weren't walking, they were just sitting. And
mhm,
so the different shots and the different angles really did sell that and
yeah.
keep it very fluid. So See, so everyone should take one of Charlie's classes, and next thing you know, they'll be appreciating things a whole lot more. I say this as someone who never took Charlie's class. I just listened to him talking.
I mean, yeah, I think that that's good because I feel like if you take his class, and don't get me wrong, I love Charlie.
Mhm.
But I think he starts off one of his class being like, if you watch something and don't get, or how did he word it? Something about like he doesn't do his job until he's just ruined movies for you.
Oh my gosh, Charlie!
Because then you just start analyzing it, and you just notice all of these things, which is what I do with everything now. Like I don't just sit down, and it takes a lot for me to like sit down and enjoy something.
Uh-huh.
So I think one
Yeah.
time I was talking to my mom about some movie. She just looks at me and she goes, "Your education made your life horrible, didn't it? Or miserable." She said miserable. "Your education made your life miserable, didn't it?" I was like, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, knowledge is pain.
It
Knowledge
is.
is pain.
It is. And I'm not even that knowledgeable.
Aw. Just imagine how painful it'd be if you got a master's or a PhD.
I know, right?
Oh boy. And Rapunzel does like that Zuko had a life-changing field trip to the theater with Toph.
Yeah.
And also says, I need Brandy to read The Wheel of Time so bad. I have an analysis podcast that you'd love.
I thought about it because when the show was like coming, every single time there's a show coming out and there's a book, I'm like, I think I need to read the book first. And then I realized how many books there were, and I went, well, there's a reason I don't read, and continued on.
Yes.
I can't do it.
Oh gosh, no. I don't know how I made it through the Harry Potter books because, like, I think college again, my education ruined reading for me because I had to read so many scientific papers.
Mhm.
It cooked my brain so much that I can only read fan fiction.
There you
So,
go.
whoop-de-doo. Maybe there's an audiobook of The Wheel of Time.
It would still take me so much time.
True. That's a lot of content. That's why these days you listen to the books on ×3 speed. Ooh.
You know what? Sometimes I do that with YouTube videos. I'll put them on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do that for music because some songs sound a million times better sped up. Like Heatwave by Linda Ronstadt. Listen to it at 1.25 speed. Banger. Rapunzel has audiobooks for you, by the way. Technically, most of us reread the books numerous times, so it's kind of like hundreds of books instead of just 15.
Is it really only 15?
Souls.
I thought there was like 26 of them. I don't know.
I just
remember them being like an ungodly amount. I was like, nope.
Oh gosh. Oh boy. Well, is there anything else in this episode? This is such a fun stream. I love it. Shall we move to theories then?
All right. Let's see here. We have some. So speaking of Toph, the reason that Toph was played by a dude was because the Fire Nation didn't want its citizens to know that a little 12-year-old blind girl was beating them.
No.
Can you?
Yes.
Like it's bad enough that the Avatar is 12 years old. And it's bad enough that, other, teenagers are just out there. But once you add a blind,
they're like, little girl.
All right, we're gonna have to change something.
And like, arguably, she has some of the most impressive skills that are far-reaching, like of the entire crew. So it's like, yeah, I can see why.
And that it's like, Toph is the first master to join their group. Like there was a time when Katara wasn't very good at bending. Like I guess Aang is an airbending master, but again, like he's the Avatar.
Yeah. He is the core of the group. We're talking the layers of the onion.
Yeah. And so Toph is just like the first master that joins them and is just, really kicking butt.
Nice. I like it. She, yeah, I could see her going back after the war and being like, okay, don't change this. Like,
Keep it the
Zuko's like,
way it is.
I'm gonna send out a mandate that they remove this. Like, no, Zuko, you're gonna keep it. Oh, perfect. Approved. On to the next.
So the play that they see isn't the play that was written.
Really?
Yeah. So the playwriter is from the Earth Kingdom. And like he did all this research and everything. And so he writes the play, and then, for whatever reason, because he's an artist and he needs his paycheck, he sells the play to the Fire Nation. And then the Fire Nation takes one look at it and goes, no. And so they change it. They tweak it here and there to fit their war propaganda.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why the Avatar is played by a girl, and Katara is whiny and gives all these speeches about hope, and Sokka just makes jokes about food, and Zuko, all he thinks about is honor, and all these things. Is that the Fire Nation tweaks the original not screenplay, but playwright to fit their war propaganda narrative.
So, because I completely can see that 100% with the specific changes that were made, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that there's an off-Broadway, off Ember Island version of this in the colonies?
100% think that there is a better play out here in the Avatar universe, and it's the real one. But yeah,
it's the live action.
Mm-hmm. and the next one, why like this play is like the way that it is because the Ember Island play group is just terrible at what they do. Like I said, like even Azula's character, like she doesn't deliver the lines properly. So like you would think that Azula, they would be like, yes, this is our princess, we're going to make her in as best light as we can, and like I said, like she's just screaming the lines. And so yeah, they're just like Zuko said, they butcher the story of, I don't know, the two dragons or whatever, and now they just butchered this story too. But at least the effects were cool, and that's because the real artist is that stagehand.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I could see this being like a tourist trap almost.
Mm-hmm.
Since Ember Island is such a hot spot, they're like, oh yeah, we'll just get all the people to come and watch our play. So yeah, might as well get some propaganda going and
yeah,
it's vacation play.
It's just all propaganda. Even like the end. Like, I bet you if it is just propaganda, I bet you the end to the play really is just the Day of Black Sun or something like that. Or maybe they write something a little extra, but not this.
Yeah, this is a little extra. Maybe he was like, oh yeah, I'll add on to the play as life goes on, something, but
yeah.
Fire Nation was like, nah, we got you. We know what'll happen. We went and visited that fortune teller lady that you had a story about.
Can your science predict why it rains? Yes, it can.
I need to post that meme. I need to remember to post that and be like, why is this my life? Because it is. I have people now saying that needle snow is fiberglass that the government is putting in the air And I was like, you know what doesn't melt? Fiberglass. You know what does melt? Needle snow. There's so many things that if I didn't have a job, I'd want to say to people who call, but I don't. I'm a nice meteorologist, but
Okay. This is what I want you to do. I want you to start
yeah.
writing down all of the comments that you want to say
Okay.
so that the day that you retire, you sit down and record a video
My
and you just rapid fire all of them. And then you post them on your now deactivated professional Facebook.
yes.
And you just release this 45-minute.
To the person who told me water doesn't exist, I hope you found the help you need. uh Yeah, I'm gonna need to do that now, Brandy.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anything to get you through, like, how long have we been in our careers? When
Oh
do you want to
gosh,
retire?
4 years, 45 more to go, probably.
Ugh. Oh my
Or
gosh.
more. Oh, we'll see.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy that we're still young in our career, but at the same
Mhm.
time, I don't know how much longer I can do this.
I know, man. Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, let's hope one of the 4 viewers on this isn't my boss. Oh gosh. Okay, any other theory?
No, I don't think so. It's an episode about a play. Like, there's not a lot of room here.
But you still found what was 3, 4?
Yeah, something like that. Oh, there is
You still
one.
got
This
it.
is more like a headcanon. The only reason that Aang is cast as a girl is because they were the only one small enough to be able to do the effects.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like
I
kind
can
of
see
like
that.
how
The only
they usually cast like females to play Peter Pan in live production. It's the same
Right.
reason.
There you go. Life imitating art.
Yeah.
Art imitating life. Oh, speaking of art, Brandy sent me something incredible that is just a piece of art. And we will talk about it in just a second because I saw a comment pop up. Incoming storm. And now we go to retired meteorologist Katie. Take it away, Katie. Then Hurricane Katie takes it away. All the way. I'm gonna pitch that. I'm gonna quote this comment in 40 years and be like, so my friend Rapunzel told me to do this, and I'm gonna do it.
Yep.
Amazing. But yes, speaking of art, this is about 2 days too late. We're still showing it anyway from last week's episode. I love this meme format, but the face that Zuko's making is just even better.
The face that Katara is making.
And Aang's just like, okay. It's just bravo. I love memes. They are a form of art. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Just like this one, Netflix should cast the Last Airbender movie, or their live action remake in the series as the Ember Island Players. Either that or the original voice actors. Either way, I will be content. Yes. One other thing that I thought was really cool before we get more into the art side of thing. Back in 2013, I think, spring of 2013, there was this box from Culturefly that had the poster. They had fire flakes. Like half of this stuff is from the Ember Island Players. It's just I want Koizilla.
I want that hand puppet too. Oh man.
I wonder Koizilla hand puppet buy. How much are they selling for? They're only selling for $20.
That's so reasonable. I
That's
also love
really
this. I love this. Choose Jetri. It's more fun.
If out of context, if someone just saw that on your purse or something, there'd be questions.
I'm gonna take up cross stitching.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, but I need to find one of those boxes, or at least the hand puppet, because yeah, I want that. The cats would play with it at a minimum. Here for the true art piece to this that I'd not seen before is the family enjoying the Ember Island Players. And you got the Fire Lord asleep, Azula being Azula, Zuko's just like, kill me. And the mom's just,
I might be misremembering, but isn't words? Isn't Zuko's mom? Wasn't she part of a theater group before she marries Ozai?
maybe that would track.
I'm pretty certain she
find about that?
was.
Do we find about that in the search?
I think so. That must be where I'm maybe pulling it from.
Ursa. Google. Ursa kept theater masks to remind herself. Hold on. I gotta control F it. There we go. Let's see. Okay. At 21, Ursa auditioned for the role of the Dragon Empress in the local production of Love Amongst the Dragons. She went to tell Iko that she had received the role and found him rehearsing his lines on an empty stage. At his request, they rehearsed a scene of the play in which they would have to kiss on stage, but Ursa expressed her dissatisfaction with masked kissing since the props stood in the way. When she took off her mask, Iko startled her with an unnerving stare. Ursa questioned him about it and promptly proposed. Okay.
Out of context, that made no sense. But okay, yes, she was.
She found love in the theater. That's all I need to know.
There we go.
Yeah.
No wonder
go.
she loves the place.
She and the man she loved were performers. That explains it. Look at Rapunzel coming in with all the knowledge. But yeah, I just think this perfectly captures
The
what
only
it would be.
thing, and don't get me wrong, this is wonderful, and I wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It should have just been an empty seat.
An empty chair. And Azula's still sitting one seat over.
Yeah.
I would love to see that version
But it's
too.
still beautiful. That's just
my
how
gosh.
I would have done it. Just empty seat.
So good. Well, and so that's like the only main art piece I could find from this. But there's cosplay, and there's so many people who enjoy making these cosplays. And as a cosplayer myself, I could see why, because the pressure of getting it screen accurate is gone. You're doing a theatrical production. You're doing a cosplay of a theatrical production of an actual TV show within the TV show.
There's
There's
terrible.
no rules.
There's no rules.
Exactly. There you go. Once again, Brandy's version is better. Love it. But that, yeah, you can do small groups with this, but this one, how do you even have that many friends? I don't think I have that.
How do you know that many people? I like the Jet though.
Yes, he's got the googly eyes and everything.
Did Jet just die? It was really unclear.
And the fact that this was just a season after that. They're like, yeah, we already got feedback. It's early internet era. We know it was vague. But yeah, if you could choose someone to cosplay from the Ember Island Players, who would you want to cosplay?
Oh, that's a tough question.
I occasionally ask those. Not often, but occasionally.
I don't know. Like, they're all so great in their own way.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I would want to do Iroh, so that I could just walk around with like a mug and look at people and just go, true treachery.
Oh my gosh. You would be the star. You would be the best.
But it's a mug that says world's best boss for no reason.
Just no.
No reason. It's just that mug.
Oh my gosh. You could just be walking in a crowded convention hall and just be like, choose treachery, it's more fun. And people would be like, I know that reference. See,
Or
I-
if I don't do Iroh, I'm the stagehand.
there you go.
Yeah.
Underrepresented stagehand cosplay. You carry a metal sheet around and
Yeah.
you just shake it. See, I would have chosen Azula just because I could play with the streamers, but very close second is stagehand with a metal pan. Brilliant. Oh goodness, I think that covers everything.
Oh, I think I have it, but I haven't looked at it. Another reason why I think it's propaganda is because Zhao is completely written out.
Right, I actually read something.
And he's like, he's just an embarrassment to the Fire Nation. So why in the world would they put him in there? But for like the playwright to be so detailed about certain things and just to not have Zhao be a part of it makes no sense.
Exactly. Like he'd be remembered as for doing something. Like that was his whole thing. He wanted to be remembered as Zhao the Moonslayer.
Yeah.
And he's nothing in this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's his punishment for failing and then promptly dying. So the Fire Nation's like, forget you.
Yeah, because when the blue spirit like dances across the stage, it's Zuko that's captured the avatar.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because no one else knows that he's the blue spirit.
Oh,
yeah. So they just think that, that's just.
And I also don't wonder if they also just didn't want their citizens to know that a very high-ranking member in the Navy captured the avatar and then just let him go.
Right. You have Zuko be the fall guy for that because you're gonna kill him off anyway.
Exactly. No.
All of a sudden, some very powerful governments around the world are like, this Brandy, she's good at propaganda thinking. Let's hire her.
That's propaganda is just marketing again. So
true. Just in a different wrapper.
It's just in a different tone. It's usually not marketing great things.
Yeah. If there's a paycheck, I mean. And on that lovely note, is there anything else?
No.
Oh gosh. Well, that's we've come upon our final stream next week.
I know.
We're doing it.
If we can get through it in one night. I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll see. It might end up being a two-parter. We'll find out. But we'll see how we feel. We'll let you know. But regardless, the final stretch, everyone. Go watch the episode. And I'll do the classic YouTuber thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It doesn't really matter. We're here for you guys, not numbers, because you guys are awesome and it's nice to have a community. So thank you for watching. Rapunzel, Louise X Sparrow. I'm sure Marcus Aurelius is somewhere in here lurking. Corey was in the chat earlier. So thank all of you guys and anyone else who tuned in that I didn't see. You guys are awesome. And we'll be back with our the finale coming up here next week. Rapunzel says, thanks, y'all. Glad your brain didn't malfunction tonight. As am I, because I want to actually eat food tonight. It smells really good. So I'm going to do that. Hope you guys all have a good night, and we will see you next week. Bye, everyone.